I'm going to show y'all this app I use. Just for the record, okay. Third time is always a charm with me. I don't know what it is, but something about messing up the first 2 times and then like the third time comes and I'm like, oh, okay, got it. But welcome back to my channel, guys. It's after 10. It's 10 o'clock at night, well, after 10. And it's Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, well, normally before Wednesdays, I actually do my content planning. But because of me, doing other things during the week, I did not have the opportunity to. And I know once the weekend gets here, it's not going to happen. No. So I do my content planning anywhere between in the evening or nighttime. Or I do it first thing in the morning before I go to work. So tonight, I wanted to show that to you because I'm like, the question has been asked before. I'm still fairly new, so I'm still like learning some things, but I can always share what I learn. I love sharing, So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. And before y'all try to like be judgmental and be like, why she beat her face 10 o'clock at night? This is a 7 o'clock a.m. beat. Just saying. I cannot tell a lie. Okay, I can, but not right now. So I'm gonna show this to you just for proof. This is my iPad. What did it say? 1016. Might have to do a video on these primers, honey. Tonight, I'm going to show you MindNode. And if you don't know what MindNode is, it's like a mind mapping app. That's basically what it is. And if you don't know what mind mapping is, you're probably very young, like too young. But if you do know what it is, whoop whoop. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, hopefully you use it. I mean, it's free for the first 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I believe. It's like a 2-week trial, and then it's $14.99 for the whole app. So I paid it. It's $15. Stop. You spend more on that playing games. This is MindNode, so I'm just gonna click on that. They do have other options so I'm just gonna click on this little gear here. Yeah, like my blue nails? I got blue nails. Well, you can't really tell, but they're blue. First time getting blue. Anyways, so you can go to, app icon. You can change the app icon just in case you decide to do more research and you're like, why did she have a different picture? So, yeah. Anywho, so MindNode is for mind mapping. If you know what mind mapping is, it's probably because, you learned it in school. And if you don't know what it is, I'm very sorry. But you're learning about it tonight, I guess. So I'm just going to make a new, little mind map here. Going to press plus. And I'm going to pretend like I'm making, I don't know. Let's say that is for the YouTube channel, right? So another area that I plan on getting into is interviewing. In specific, I want to talk about creative things, right? Let's see. So I'm actually going to click on this one right here. Okay, and that's going to give me a little, and I'm going to press this little thing to let it go down. Okay. And normally I would use I have an extension, like the keyboard extension that I can Bluetooth, or I use my Apple Pen. But because it clicks, I don't know. Suppose I bang too hard on my iPad, slightly. So I'm just going to use my fingers tonight. So let's see. I'm going to talk about writing. If I could spell, that'd be great. And then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to just press this one again. right? And then I'm going to click add button because I want to talk about art too, right? And I'm going to go back here. And another option is right where this is. I'm just going to swipe up a little bit. Oh, well, now we know create a new little mind map thing. So I'm gonna do this twice. Look, watch the double tap with both fingers, and it's gonna undo it. So you just learned something new on the side. I'm just gonna go back and I'm going to press the add button, and I'm gonna say I want to talk about music, right? And I'm gonna do that one more time, and I'm gonna say I want to talk about movies, right? All right, cool. So now I got my 4 areas I want to talk about in specific, probably not on my channel, but just, for creative purposes tonight. And so I'm going to just click on art for a second because it'll be easier. And I'm just going to come up with what type of areas, right? So I'm going to press plus, and this plus will be on, let's see, painting, right? And then you see this one here. I'm going to click on that. And it's going to give me a bar at the bottom. And I'm going to do illustration. And I'm going to click that again. And I'm going to go graphic design. Whoop, whoop. And I believe that'll be it for that. And then for writing, you would do the same thing, right? Okay. So another thing that I like about this app is that you can change, well, first of all, you can add these little icons that are popped up, right? But you can edit your title, do all that funky stuff right there. MindNode does have actual YouTube channels, so I'll link that as well. And you can, watch their videos as well, but yeah. So this right here, this little paintbrush there, that is for, how all this looks, right? So say for instance, I want to change the color. Okay. I'm going to change the color. Well, let me get this blue color. I'm going to hit apply. Same thing goes for art. I might want to change art's line though. So instead of that solid one, I might want it to be a dash. Layout, you might want to change that too. So there you go. Click on that. Back and forth. I mean, some people like that way. Some people like this way. I don't know. I'm kind of torn right now. Okay. Then you got branch type. So that was this. Right? Then you got branch type. So say for instance, I'm going to go back. Branch type, right? See that? Different, right? Okay. Then it says size. So this is pertaining to the text, right? And there is one more area, if I can remember where it's at, but I hardly touch it. Hardly. And this is pretty cool too. I hardly touch that area as well. Click the background. See this little guy here? There's a palette here. And you're just going to click on it, right? And they have built-in themes, right? So you can change it like this. And you just go through. You're just going to be like, oh, this is super duper neat, right? But you can always change the colors in here. You can get really creative with this. And that's just a simple rundown. I'm pretty sure there's other aspects in there. I'll call myself just giving you a little quick, thing. But, and then to go back, you would just hit these 4 squares right here. But before I let you go, let me just put you on something that's really cool. You see this one right here? If you click on that, right, the sharing piece is my favorite piece because you can change how you export it. So you'll have image, and it will save it as an image. I normally use image or I use PDF. The rest of this stuff, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I haven't used it yet, but I mean, yeah. Anyways, use it as an image, send it to your friend like I did, and then use it as a PDF, send it to your coworker. I mean, the world's yours. So, yeah, and then normally I just click down, and then I just go back here. A quick on my first squish. There we go. And we're back. You saw my little cloud that popped up. It just syncs, and it's also on my phone, just in case I need to add on something. That was my little rundown of MindNode, okay? So MindNode is only half, maybe a third of what I do as far as my content planning. But it's a very, like, important piece because I get to lay out my ideas how I want to. And it helps me with, like, categories, believe it or not. And I didn't even know that it could, like, when I initially started using MindNode, I was like, how? So at first I just started writing out all my ideas, and then I'm like, wait, rewind. I should have just did categories first and then went back and wrote, all my ideas down. And so now I have like a whole heap of ideas. It's just, a matter of planning and doing the rest of it. So I would suggest the app. I mean, just go buy it, One thing that I do know is that I think it's just on iOS. I don't think that is on Android, but I know that Android has other apps. I just don't know what they are. So unfortunately, it's only for Apple products or iOS. Yeah, I could be saying that wrong. I went to school for art. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until next time, thanks for watching.